Hello, people. I'm 44 minutes too late. um, had a birthday to celebrate, my neighbor, but it gave some pretty nice snacks, and I even have some more. Well, let's say on the fly for later, as we in Germany say, noch ein paar Schnittchen. Later though. For now, For now we gaming. By the way, this game yesterday released an update news. The update itself isn't here yet, but there will be endless expeditions. What exactly does this mean? Sounds like outside of the story, some extra challenge stuff for cosmetics, maybe for resources. Yeah, probably something like that. I don't know when it will come out. I hope it comes out before we are done with the game. Otherwise, I find it less likely that I will return for it on stream. I might check it out privately. Maybe. Anyway, last time we breached the inner zone for the first time. It was a thing, definitely. You can indeed go to the inner zone. I'm not sure if I would recommend it though. On other news, we had a sacrifice. Tobias died. Tragic, I know. We barely knew him. Never seen him, by the way. So that was lost on me. And today, we are going in again. For today's target, I will go to here. Junction A4, which is surprisingly named probably after my driveway. Like I am on the... Near me is the Autobahn A4. I don't know if that means anything. I probably don't think so. Why are we going here? Quite obvious. I can't go there. But we have corrupted anchors high. I don't know what concussive blasts mean. We will figure it out. If we want or not. So... yeah. We had some huge upgrades last time. And we're already making bank on the battery, huh? Yeah, we now have double wind. And an increased tank. Simply astounding. Alright, boys. We have a news. I've been turned into pure data. No spacebar. I've been turned into pure data. I've been turned into pure data. I've been turned into pure data. Do not delete any files on any computer in the zone. I've been turned into pure data. I've been pure... Okay. So whenever we find any sort of computer, we download it or copy it, depending on how I feel, multiply it, corrupt it, and then delete it. Which would be the equivalent of duplicating your body, making you experience the pain, manifold, and then killing you anyway. Which is my preferred method of messages like these. You cannot tell me what I have to do. In fact, I will do the exact opposite. It's eerie darkness, though. That being said, we should... Then again, we can make a very quick go into this one. And this was not for option because there are no exits right now. Yeah. G1, D1. And then in here. My beard has to go. Well, not really. I am not visiting my girlfriends tomorrow. We have a birthday to celebrate within the family. So tomorrow is birthday day. Family doesn't really care about my beard. I, however, don't like my beard. So maybe I will remove it for my sake. I probably will. It's just annoying. My condolences to everyone who unironically likes having a beard. I find it extremely tedious. Like a long beard. What I have right now is just the ooh, hey. It's just the result of my laziness. I mean, like a real long beard. Wait, that's crude only though. Yeah, that is not even close to worth. Holy shit, my dude. Nah.
Today, I'm going to share my favorite recipe with you. These cookies take me right back to my
Apparently we are stuck on 99.9, which enforces my decision on not listening to the radio. So anyway. A loot box? No. I am pressing the wrong button again though. Quite often even. You know what? Sure. We do have... Where is it? Review to fill though. We can see once again absolutely nothing. This game is really good in that regard. I wish we could the bio lantern could be a thing that is just on us, like on our hilt or something like that. So we have a bit more convenient way to carry it around and actually, you know, do something while the light is illuminating, because right now it's gone. The moment you want to do anything with your hands, it's gone. We have the new hammer, by the way, and that means I would like to have a... How would I call it? A plasma tower. To see how much exactly we are talking about. Because giving me a value that is called harvest plenty or harvest excellent is not really telling me much. I have a approximate knowledge of what the things cost to make, so I'm basing it on that. Other than that, that tells me nothing. Ow. Ah, sorry. Ah. That's the left, right. Okay. Are you a plasma tower? No, you're the exit. Oh. Well, don't mind if I do. No. That's a spare tire. I don't care in these. Very good. Yeah, the only loot pop-ups we still have is cosmetics. And I feel like there will be a lot more of those because we're not actively hunting for them. Nor do we have a lot of those machines that give you one of them. You could buy one of them now. We could unlock them for our garage to spend excess energy and just get a cosmetic thing. Which I find... I'm not sure. It's not the worst thing in the world. Don't get me wrong. I'm just... You know, maybe I have an insanely bad quirk someday. And I really need a lot of energy to find out what it is. The normal schizophrenic thinking way of not using any of the resources you have. I don't have to tell you people how some people, which includes me, is playing Skyrim or any other video game that has health potions or anywhere like that. I will never use them because it could be that I'm going to need it. And in the end, I will have 60,000 of healing items and never use them. And let me tell you right now, in your face, that I have absolutely no want or desire to change that. In fact, I think it's beautiful. Having more than one need is effectively exactly what I always want. Gluttony and greed. And lust. Lust, however, is not present in this game. Are my three favorite things in the world. They fuel me. And I will commit them. Openly and with a brave heart. Anyway. Let's continue. Perfect. 2 energy right next to it, and one of my most unfavorite things ever, the shocking speed. Shocking speed is even in quote-unquote endgame, which I think we are now. I think we are in endgame now. Like, we can't really go any zones deeper unless there is a second map. If there is a second map, then I have absolutely said nothing. But it doesn't feel like it. It feels like we are getting to the end of things. But from all modifiers that I saw, spontaneous eruption or spontaneous storms or whatever you want to call it, the thing that is the most dreadful for now is shocking speed. Because you cannot stop. Even if your motor is off. For being in the first zone, this is probably the worst modifier. Quote me. I mean, yeah, it makes you faster, and faster is funny. However, being very fast and then suddenly stopping because of object or wall is not that fun. And I do not really value speed in this game in the first place. I mean, if the game continues to give me them, I might as well continue collecting them, huh? I'm feeling very, very looty today. So, I will take everything. We also never really filled all our space. So let's do that. We have more than enough resources with us. We do, however, need Olympia. Like, this is the one big thing we still need. So we can make a workbench on the fly, which effectively means that I can endlessly make better grinders and not scavengers, how are they called? Scrappers, to fuel my hoarding disorder endlessly. I don't even think I really have a hoarding disorder, but I really like to play video games like this. Isn't that what video games are for? To live the complete opposite of your life? Because in real life, I don't really like driving my car. Like, I do it. I have a car. I drive every day. But I'm not one who finds enjoyment in doing that. For me, it is a necessity from getting from point 1 to point 2. And that's all. It is a nuisance. If there would be public transport to where I have to go, I would probably take it. Problem is that is quite impossible. I'm living in a village, not incredibly far off, but let's give you an example. We have a bus stop, but the bus is only driving when there is school, because it is a school line where you can that brings you to the next city. This bus drives there, not good, is driving there twice a day if school is present. If school is off for vacations or whatever, this bus doesn't drive. There's just nothing. So you have to somehow get out of the village, going up to the main street, basically, like through a small forest. And then there is a street where multiple bus lines a day, like in 25 or 30-minute intervals, is driving. But to get there, you either walk 3 kilometers, or, well, you're just fucked if you can't drive. In there lies the dilemma of everyone who lives in my village. So having a car is a necessity and not a choice. I mean, in general, it's just nice to just go wherever you want. I mean, having your own car is an incredible freedom, don't get me wrong, but I have like 3, 4, 5 places where I go regularly, and if I could go to them without needing to drive there myself, I would probably do it. But I can't. So this is why it's weird that I play a game about driving a car. In real life, I also don't really care where my... Okay, how should I formulate this? The hoarding disorder thing. How should I formulate this? It's not like I'm throwing things away all the time, but like there is very little in real life which I care enough that I want to keep it. Let's call it like that, okay? And the things I do keep, they are neatly sorted in multiple boxes right behind me, which you cannot see because there's the green screen. But there are boxes that are labeled where my stuff is in that I care about. Everything else, which is not immediately connected to my work, my computer, or family and friends, is always out. I have no decorations in my room, with the exception of this. You cannot see it, but this is the cover of a pizza box, a pizza lid basically, which is signed by all the people that were graduating during my apprenticeship. That is the only decoration I have in the room. Everything else is some normal shelves where I keep the boxes that hold the stuff and my main closet. That's basically it. Some might say my room is very bland in that regard. And you would be correct. Which is exactly how I wanted it. Which is why I'm playing video games where I collect absolutely everything. And sometimes just let it lay around. So ladies and gentlemen, play video games to play the exact opposite of what you would normally do. Unless it's tedious, in which case then just do what you always do. There you are. I would really like to have some of those. You go here, please. Yappas. The highway here is kinda nice. Featuring funny rocks in the sky. Ooh, moving. A door. Neat. I take all of these. Some healing and a lot of garbage. I would like you to remember that this thing, oops, this truck was not in my database for quite some time. And now, on the drive here alone, we found 3 of them. So, was I just really unlucky, or was this really something I had to unlock in some case because it contains cosmetics? Like, did you have to go into the deep zone once to increase the spawn rate of this thing? It kind of feels that way. I can't really say that I believe that these are always here. You know what? Change of plans. Hiccups. Don't do this to me. You give me all of this. Because this is not loot. This is cosmetics. And holy shit, that is a huge amount of cosmetics actually. Yeah, we need an explosion. I hope we can use the tourist buses or whatever they are called. They were in the other area, but I just really hope they also can be found in the new area. On the right. On the right? No, on the left. On the left. On the left, yeah. We were here and now we are here on the left, yeah. Shaker. Turbos, yeah, we have turbos. Okay. We need those. They are quite a easy to access and consistent method of explosions. Which will probably allow me to crack open this little shell of mine. Water. Will damage the car and drain the fuel? What? Swift storm, corrosive waterways. Is water just corrosive? The groundwater in this part of the zone is almost pure acid. Rivers, lakes will inflict substantial corrosive damage. Okay, yeah, sure, obviously. We have swift storms, so let's go absolutely greedy. Drive down and get the thing. Because I want the energy. Or have you expected anything else? Huh. Well, they are surely laying lovely here, huh? In the middle of a dipshit partition. Abductor. What? Okay, I did not see anything that was in my way, but sure. I most likely oversaw something. Where is it? Okay, first off, what was it? Did he? Okay, I'm wasting time, I know, but what? No, those were what I did. Did he stole something out of these? I have not looked at this. I forgot that he can take quote-unquote special parts from my car. Like the entire fucking headlight. Which is kinda disgusting, actually. Oh, really? Oh, really? That little puddle. Great modifier, really. I love it. Yeah. No, really, really, I love it. Making the normal way I have to drive through completely unusable is peak comedy. Good thing, by the way, that I nearly always, in which I mean always, use the off-road tires for this exact reason, ladies and gentlemen. Because at the end of the day, it is always the off-road we have to take. Ooh. Well, I don't mind if I do. That is actually something I would tolerate for stopping for a moment. I did not see you here. Oh. That's okay. A limp dick. Can go for long. You see, the problem is I need it. How bad is it for me? I was about to say, apparently not. It is. No. Would I survive it? Most likely. Is it worth it? Not really. Like, ugh. Then we might as well just make a dedicated round for this as another day. Where's the thing? Is it in the middle of water? Oh, there it is. Might I offer an egg in these trying times? Yes, yes, please. Yeah, for a short moment, that's okay. Oh, by the way, corrupted, uncle. Not, unstable. Lucky hit, huh? Hello. Still not working sometimes. How are we looking? 1.3. Wow, that was nearly nothing. We found the entire journey for now. Shut up, dude. It's just a bit of acid. We have anti-corrosive though on us. On some parts, that is. We are now the abomination. We don't really have a consistent lookup anymore, and I could go there. But why would I? Concussive blasts. The worst thing that could mean is whenever physical impact is noticed, it explodes. That would be the worst thing. Because every little tree would be the equivalent to bumping into a nuke. The tourist attraction. Oh, The remarkable strong explosion experienced in this part of the zone are powerful enough to bypass car defenses. Okay, so just don't... It's just stronger explosions. This is not really relevant. However, this is relevant because I need these here. I really hope they are not pushing my little shell on the other side of the fucking universe. So be cautious with it. Catch. Yes. It worked pretty much exactly how I imagined it. So those are my easy opens for this stuff. So you're all decoration. You go in here. I don't really need you. And I think I want you and you on this thing. So I can eat a little dose of, I don't know, peaches or something like that on the fly. Can I go up there? Yeah. Over there, maybe? Yeah, over here is possible. Perfect. Because there's a lot of stuff on the bridge. Including, but not limited to, some free heals. I hear something else, or is it a beating heart? Not sure. Anyway. Give me everything, actually. Olympium fragments. Apparently I found one. Oh yeah, there it is. Olympium fragment. That's cool and all. However, I need those in quite a lot huger numbers. Quite a lot huger numbers. What the fuck is this sentence for? Ow. We go over that and then left instead of through the tunnel. And then once around. Is that a stabilizer? It is. What exactly means stabilizers? Really? Okay. Why? It has to be just the zone itself. Because absolutely nothing happened and now I have a flat one on the right side. On what? I'm flabbergasted. The fuck? This zone just hates tires. The concept of a round object is pure hate crime in this zone, or what exactly am I getting at? Like, seriously? What's wrong? Last time we already noticed that the zone destroys these things quite rigorously, but this is more like a joke at this point. Absolute fucking dickheads. By the way, why exactly are there so huge columns here? Oh, pufferfish. Long time no see. No polos out of the ground? No, nothing? Nope, just some tourists spawning around me. Okay. I can live with that. Meh. How much do we need to get out? Like, based on how much you need to get out, you know how much is in the zone. We need 5 to get out here. Alright. So we will have 5 in the zone. That is how gameplay design works. You cannot put the player in a place he cannot escape. Oh wait, actually, never mind. This rule doesn't apply because we have a stabilizer. When you activate a stabilizer, you automatically get an exit portal and activate it immediately. So I guess there has to be 5 energy in here. Which would be sad because I would like 5 energy. Do I have a liberator with me? Did I make a liberator? Because many of the vehicles in here have off-road tires. Titan's bow. Well, aren't you a cute one? What? Okay. I have noticed your vigorous annoyance and I will now leave. That's gotta be a interesting thing though. My car engine is steaming. Yeah. Busted. I would really like to know what you are, because you are probably one of the most dreadful things I have ever seen. Blacksmith. Is there a chance I can harvest something from you? No, probably not. Alright. Well then, fuck you, keep your secrets. Yeah, those are evil. Unless I can... Nah, no, they despawn too fast. But what if they don't? Okay, I need 2 sealant kits and... I don't have a mechanics kit? Oh, there's a mechanics kit, okay. Well, they are piss cheap to make. Done. Next one. I'm... Oh, you are also loose. Interesting. I don't really know why I even bother using the sealant kit. I let argue myself to use the mechanics kit because losing a tire is... Hello? Is probably really bad. But...
Francis, I don't know if you're listening.
What?
A while ago, you asked me why I cared so much about the remnants.
It's because I saw Alan the night of the accident, during the mass hallucination. Except, I'm not sure it was a hallucination. We had a tradition. When we were both working late, he'd swing by my lab for a coffee break at some ungodly hour. That night, he visited, we talked. The coffee burnt my tongue, nothing out of the ordinary. Seconds later, the gamma ray surge swept through the facility, and the roof caved in. I looked for him in the aftermath. I couldn't find him anywhere, because he hadn't been in my lab. He was ground zero at the accident site, miles away in the deep zone. But I saw him, touched him, smelled his cologne.
He was there. Impossibly there. More than a hallucination.
You never reported that?
Admit to Arda that I communed with my husband's ghost. When they were already looking for ways to push me out, not a chance. I gave them my technology and my home, but I'd be goddamn before I let anything destroy my professional credibility.
And this remnant?
It's my last chance to know if what I saw was true. If it came from a well, or if it was all in my head. The things we spoke of. Things I couldn't have made up. Never mind. I know how it sounds.
Like you've seen a ghost?
Good deal. That's the reason why we scavenged so much earlier. Up. Beep. Whenever I...
Good news. I can
Silence. Whenever I start driving again, I always just look at the screen now and wait for a tire to
replicate
pop.
Alan's suppression method. We'll stand some chance of halting the gamma ray burst from the well. 30 years later, my late husband still manages to impress. Figuring out how to keep you alive once the reaction gets going, however, that's harder. But I have an idea. Francis, I need your ear.
Go on.
We know that as soon as the car gets to the well, the trigger will be instant. Once this remnant expends its energy, gamma radiation will erupt from the well, and the driver will be at ground zero taking the worst of it.
But can we activate the gateway as soon as they make contact?
It's tricky. Too early, and we may interrupt whatever reaction process the remnant carries out. Too late, and it's bad news for the driver. There's too many unknowns. Only the driver will know the right time to use it.
How can you be sure they'll live long enough to make that call?
The ARC device has been transmitting data every single second since it was installed. Every drop of fuel
Thank you.
You've been running an experiment this entire time, with the driver as the guinea pig.
The mere act of being alive is the biggest experiment of all, dear.
Is that another one of Alan's sayings?
That one's all mine. Driver, we've seen that car protect you this entire time. It's triggered a gateway in your time of need. It's ferried you back to the garage through every circumstance and obstacle and bump in the road. So we can trust that it'll protect you long enough to get you away from whatever and wherever you end up.
Still sounds like a heavy dose of blind faith to me.
Could be. Oh, there's one last part to this, and it's waiting for you back at the auto shop. Take your time. Enjoy the view.
Story progress. Yippee. Did I just run into a tourist? Or was it something else that hit me? However, we found the main source of Olympium. Good. The sole reason why I'm here. This might be important enough to read about it. This might have been once more than a convenient metal. Either prolonged exposure to this element meant that anomalies in the zone, or deliberate experimentation has changed it into something quite different. It's firm, it's light, it's squishily warm. It could be excellent in an alloy. Okay, that's not really having me. Titan's Bone. Extreme piercing damage. Okay, gotcha. We read those later. Actually, we read them. Yeah, we read them now. Thank you for taking the time to join us today, everyone. I am well aware the military has plenty on its schedule. My assistant is passing out summary reports. But should you require more information, I have extensive, in-depth data collection over several years on research on a wide variety of phenomena here on the peninsula. My specialty has been what we have broadly categorized as geological anomalies, and today I like to update on what you and many of our soldiers have been calling the blacksmith. Within just a couple of weeks, the anomaly has already caused explosive disruptions and a great deal of injury. They demolished buildings, they brought down transmitters, they forced vehicles off the road, the damage done is already run into the millions, and all of us, soldiers and scientists, are acutely aware of the costs we are accusing and the equipment we're writing off. I'm hoping we can pool our experiences and best practice and save one another a lot of stress and harm. First, I'm hoping we can find a pattern to this latest anomaly, the way we sometimes have with others. Second, I'm hoping we can find a way to predict and even avoid these. Start by reviewing some witness testaments. Okay. Yes, I know I'm on record. Yes, I know all the calls were monitored too. But I have to tell you about this. I have to report it, and I swear I wasn't seeing things. I know we've had a few hallucinations by this point, but this is something very real. And as soon as I can get a darkroom, I can prove it with photos. I swear, these things just burst out of the ground. No, they thrust out of nowhere. We had a whole truck just speared today, and another sent flying sideways by a force of these things. And there was no warning. I tell you, with all I've seen the last few weeks, it's like the ground, the earth itself is turning against us. I feel like I don't even know where to step anymore. What do you mean confiscate the film? Why? Olympium vein. First created in 1944 alongside Americanium and Curium. Olympium similarly remained a state secret. But while information about other transuranium elements was gradually made public, knowledge of the highly unstable uranium was not. Olympium was not. This was in part because it took some time for scientists to confirm its existence through additional testing, and then because further research only on Olympic Peninsula under strict supervision. The first isotype created had a half-life of approximately 9 seconds, similar to Hassium, and initially applications were extremely limited. It wasn't until the isotope Olympium 266 was accidentally created by a limb tech team working for ARDA, that the practical application of a strong and relatively lightweight metal were considered. Olympium alone was limited use outside of making heavier transuraniums and transacidics elements. But the possibilities of alloys using OL266 have intrigued chemists and engineers. Since its discovery, knowledge of Olympium has remained closely guarded and was believed to be only ever existed in laboratories at the University of Chicago and the Olympic Peninsula. However, after the events of 1961, OL266 was occasionally discovered in small above-ground deposits in the zone. The cause of this disruption remains unexplained. Alright. Anyway. Hello? I'm just waiting for my tire to pop. I'm really just waiting. I wonder if it pops when I'm on the street, since I have off-road tires. If this is a point that needs to be thought of. Like if you have a tire for a specific thing and you drive on somewhere else, it then pops. So now I'm on the normal street. I'm on the normal street, but the tires are not popping, so I really don't know why they do this all the time. Well, anyway. But we will have this question not answered today. Let's give some fuel back. Delicious. And then, steal some. Neat. Hello? That's a normal one, I don't really care. Ah, yes, yes, many more things, many more things. Not really. It's all decorations. Which is still loot, we can scrap it into good stuff. But, you know, it's not really what I'm looking for. In fact, now we have to play fucking Tetris just to get it in here. In which I mean we have reached the limit in that regard. Yeah. What? Then you go up here. Ah, shit. Okay. Enough looting. We still need... And the tire is broken. Immediately after starting. Is it like you're not allowed to start fast? So you have to go slowly? Is it starting and stopping which causes the damage? So if they can just... fuck. If they can just be created under my car, this is the worst possible thing. This anchor really hated me. Multiple radiation zones and Titan teeth? Yeah, dude. We have the special deluxe version today. maximum cancer. Oh, really? And now you as well, huh? Daring today, are we now? I hate things that spawn under my car. Like, I can't even do anything against that. I could have done something against this, but whatever. That is magnet. I have already converted most of them. You look like something that explodes when it touches me. Yep, you will explode when you touch something. My back ass shield is heavily damaged. Could go from here. I really do want the stabilizer though. I think. Do I want the stabilizer? I seen them just spawn right next to me. Uh-oh. Ow. Okay, yeah, you are quite heavily damaged. Ahoy! Hello! Welcome to, the game is setting me under stress for the first time in quite some time. Okay, give me the juice drop, now get fucking going. Please no stuff below my car, please no stuff below my car, thank you very much. Stabilizer, yes, no, yes. Stabilizer, yes. Always greed, ladies and gentlemen, always greed. Ah, yes, I nearly had 2 seconds where I could stand still. I love having explosions coming my way, especially when explosions are buffed in this zone. Truly amazing. And 2 tires are flat again. This time I was off-road though, so it's either it is a special modifier or just the general difficulty of the zone, or it has something to do with off-road being no longer a good option and the game forcing me to take another one. Or, hear me out, alternatively, it is starting and stopping fast. Take your guess what it could be. Ugh. Yeah, it is dangerous here, but have you considered for a moment that there is loot right here, and which loot is the best one? Because I need this. That's all worth it, I guess. I wish there would be a lot more of that, since I need this in quite the hefty amounts. Alright, car. Hear me out, car. Where's your biggest damage? Absolutely nowhere. Amazing. Give me some sealant kits. It will probably just pop immediately when we are starting. Oh, this one is loose. Okay. Loose should be fixed. I don't want my tire to just go away. Give me a mechanics kit. Gib. No. Where is it? Here. Where's the entry in here? Hi. This is nearly worth going into, but I don't care. We know where our car is. We have this thing. And the radioactive yellow cloud is slowly but surely closing in. So, ladies and gentlemen, today I have chosen speed. Today I've chosen speed. First thing I see is the radioactive zone closing in immediately. Oh fuck, I got tricked by my stupidity. I should leave the same way I gone in, huh? Alright, this is going to be very painful. Ah, yeah. Now all the loot boxes are appearing. Where is it? There it is. Okay. That is quite a drive. This will definitely reach the red state. Oh, brother. Well now. Time to go it is. Yoda speed we have. Right. Left, right. I will stay on the street, even if it's not the fastest way. I will not stay on the street. Please let me over here. We have never been in the red storm until now. And, oh boy. It's fine. Okay, these things are really not helping me right now. Crossing the street in this zone is highly dangerous, since it once was civilization. It has a lot of still intact streets, which are not my friend. Yikes.